CBT News, celebrating 10 years of delivering the news and content automotive professionals count on. CBT News, 10 years strong. Subscribe today. Welcome to CBT News with Bridget Fitzpatrick.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CBT News. I'm Bridget Fitzpatrick. Thank you so much for joining us. Today on Inside Automotive, we're joined by Northwood University's Chief Development Officer, Justin Marshall, and LG Bright, the Automotive Aftermarket and Management Chair at the university. But first, here are today's top stories. Starting off our coverage, the Treasury Department has announced changes to its 2023 EV tax incentive launch. It now intends to do a partial release of the program by delaying battery sourcing requirements. The rules would set limitations on what vehicles are included in the provisions based on where their components were manufactured. This means until the guidelines are published, a wider selection of EVs than previously expected could qualify for tax credits. The department expects the full rules to arrive in March, giving buyers a 2 to 3 month window to take advantage of the lax regulation. Up next, a new KPMG report has revealed that automaker executives have tempered their expectations on EV rollouts. Last year, auto industry leaders expected EVs to account for 65% of sales by 2030, but that number has fallen to 35% as of this week. While battery-powered cars are more available than ever, issues such as infrastructure limitations and high prices have slowed consumer adoption. Regardless, automakers still expect a market normalization to occur soon, allowing them to fix these issues. But until then, most executives will be focused on surviving an anticipated recession. A New Hampshire Kia dealership has agreed to pay out $1.25 million over allegations of deceptive sales practices. The settlement comes after a state-led investigation concluded that the retailer was lying to buyers and writing inaccurate information on loan forms, although the company denies any wrongdoing. In addition to the payment, the business will also be monitored by the state for several years to ensure compliance with consumer protection laws. Closing out our news coverage, the auto industry now expects the microchip shortage to last throughout 2023. While experts had hoped recoveries in global supply chains and manufacturing workloads would improve availability, the increase in EV production has prolonged scarcity issues. As gas-powered vehicles are phased out, the auto industry's need for semiconductors and computer chips will only grow. However, tech manufacturers do expect production to increase as the year progresses and are confident that they will be able to meet demand in the near future. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we have Northwood University's Chief Development Officer, Justin Marshall, and LG Bright, the Automotive Aftermarket and Management Chair at the university. We'll be right back.
Delivering the news dealers count on for 10 years. Subscribe today and join thousands of other automotive professionals. CBT News, 10 years strong.
Northwood University received a collection of classic cars worth more than $2 million from a local Michigan couple. On today's show, we're joined by Chief Development Officer of Northwood University, Justin Marshall, and Northwood's Automotive Aftermarket and Management Chair, LG Bright, to talk to us about the donation and the impact it has had on the students. Check it out.
So talk to us. What kind of an impact will this have in the school?
The impact will be amazing. It really is transformational. As you mentioned in the opening, it's a more than $2 million car collection. They're donating to Northwood 35 vehicles of a 38 vehicle collection. So we're receiving the majority of their life's collection. And it's going to make an impact on the physical campus. We're going to be doing some upgrades and some renovations, some necessary upgrades and renovations that will help us also appropriately recognize the Mories and provide them with a space that they can come back and see and enjoy, see their legacy really influencing our students. And it's going to create some scholarship endowments for us as well. And that's going to allow students who want to come to Northwood University, they want to be a part of LG's great automotive programs or the automotive aftermarket programs, but maybe they don't have the means to do that. These scholarships will make sure that students for generations will be able to help lead the automotive industry. And that's what I think is really transformational about it.
That's fantastic. LG, can you tell us a little bit about Michael and Diane Morey, the people that made this incredible donation?
Jim, I can tell you that they're like many others out there in the car community. They are enthusiasts. They really, really love the car stories that were out there and go into the different auctions and private collectors. And I know with the students in the program, if we go to a big car show in Frankenmuth or Flint or Detroit, one of the great things that happens is the stories from those collectors, whether it was their first car or through the years they collected it somewhere. And as someone who believes in the power of story, listens to the stories that happen on your network, they have that up close and personal. But the Morleys are really car enthusiasts. They know a lot about the vehicles. Being from Michigan, they've talked to different other car collectors, and I know one thing: when I talked to them at our auto show, they really, really enjoyed talking to the people that were bringing in cars that day.
All right, be sure to watch this interview in its entirety right here at cbtnews.com. That wraps up our show for today, but we invite you to join us back here again tomorrow morning for all the latest news and trends impacting the retail automotive industry. And of course, be sure to follow us on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Bridget Fitzpatrick. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
CBT News, your #1 resource for auto industry news and content. Join the #1 most watched newscast in the automotive industry. CBT News, 10 years strong. Subscribe today.